Rigoberto Urán Urán, ODB, is a Colombian professional road racing cyclist, currently riding for UCI World Tour team Cannondale Drapac. At the 2012 Summer Olympics, he won a silver medal in the road race. He became the first Colombian ever to make the podium of the Giro d'Italia, when he finished second behind Vincenzo Nibali in the 2013 edition of the race, having taken leadership of Team Sky following the abandonment of team captain Bradley Wiggins. He also won a mountain-top stage in that race with a solo breakaway. The previous year, he had won the white jersey for Best Young Rider, and a 7th-place finish overall. In the 2014 Giro d'Italia he finished second again in the general classification, this time behind countryman Nairo Quintana. Early life. Urán was first introduced to the world of cycling at the age of 14 by his father, who was assassinated a few months later by one of the country's paramilitary terrorist groups. Rigoberto had to take his place as a lottery seller to help his family, and at the age of 16 he turned professional and moved to Medellin to ride for Orgullo Pacer, a Colombian cycling team. Cycling career. Tenax and Unibet. At the age of 19 he moved to Italy to ride for Team Tenax with his compatriot Marlon Perez Arango. The following year he signed for Unibet, and won a time trial at the Euskal Bicicleta that was stopped with some riders still left to go due to heavy rainfall and strong winds. He also won the 8th stage of the Tour de Suisse, getting away from a bunch of approximately 55 riders with 800 meters to go and holding on to the lead. He also finished 9th overall of the race. At the 2007 Deutschland Tour he was in a breakaway with eventual stage winner Damiano Cunego when he flew down over a mountain stream and smashed into a retaining wall. He fractured both elbows and the right wrist. In 2008 he signed a contract with Stepan and went on to finish second at the Volta a Catalunya and third at the Giro di Lombardia, a prestigious one-day classic. At the 2008 Summer Olympic Games, Urán competed in the road race but he did not finish. In 2009 he finished 5th overall at the Tour de Romandie and rode his first the Tour de France and finished 52nd. In 2010 he rode the Giro d'Italia and finished 7th overall in the 2010 Tour de Suisse. He also rode the Vuelta a España but suffered a fall that ended his options of high overall placing while being 8th overall. Team Sky. Urán joined Team Sky for the 2011 season. He finished 5th in Liège-Bastogne-Liège and 5th overall in the Volta a Catalunya. At the Tour de France, Urán became leader of Sky after Bradley Wiggins crashed out on stage 7. He finished 5th on stage 14, taking the Best Young Riders jersey and moving up to 11th overall in the process. Urán lost the Maillot Blanc to Rein Taremi on stage 18 after picking up an illness, and eventually finished 24th overall. During the 2012 Volta a Catalunya, Urán claimed his first win for Sky on stage 4 after winning a sprint from a 6-man breakaway which narrowly held off the chasing pack. Urán finished second on the following stage, and finished the race in 5th place overall. At the 2012 Giro d'Italia he won the Young Rider classification and finished 7th overall after being in the lead group for most of the mountain stages. He did not have one result that stood out in the individual stages but finished in the top 10 of stages 10, 14, 17, 19 and 20, which were all crucial mountainous affairs. He finished 5 minutes and 57 seconds in arrears of the victor, Canadian rider Hesse Yadel of Garmin-Sharp. He took silver in the 2012 Summer Olympics road race after breaking away with Alexander Vinokourov with 8 kilometers to cover, approximately 200 meters from the arrival, and with the victory secured for one of the two men. Urán looked back unwisely over his left shoulder to see if the chasers were approaching to threaten the lead. Vinokourov then started his sprint, taking Urán by surprise. Urán reacted with a delay since he didn't see the move and could not close the gap as the Kazakh sailed to the finish line and the gold medal. He rode the Vuelta a España in support of his leader Chris Froome, and finished in 29th position. Later in the fall, competing in the Italian classic Giro del Piemonte, Urán attacked in the final climb of the day, followed by Gorka Verdugo. The pair agreed verbally to cooperate until the 500 meters mark, and Urán started his sprint with 300 meters to go, winning by 6 seconds over Luca Paolini of Team Katusha, who was trying to come from behind. A couple of days later, he grabbed the third place in the monument of cycling Giro di Lombardia in difficult weather conditions. He crossed the line in Lecco as part of a small group of chasers who unsuccessfully tried to reel in Joaquim Rodriguez of the Team Katusha squad. Urán was selected for the 2013 Giro d'Italia, originally as one of Bradley Wiggins' mountain domestics. Urán sat 5th overall after Sky won the team time trial on stage 2, and moved up to 3rd overall on the following stage. He moved up to 2nd overall, behind Luca Paolini, on stage 4, after Wiggins lost time behind a crash. However, on stage 7, Urán was forced to wait for Wiggins after he struggled, then crashed on wet descents, and dropped out of the top 10 as a result. After the individual time trial on stage 8, Urán sat 10th overall, 2 minutes and 49 seconds behind new leader Vincenzo Nibali. On stage 10, the first mountain stage of the race, Urán launched an attack on the final climb, Altopiano del Montesio, and won the stage by 20 seconds from compatriot Carlos Betancur. Urán also moved up to 3rd overall, 2 minutes and 4 seconds behind Nibali, and 1 second ahead of Wiggins. Wiggins withdrew due to illness after losing further time on stage 12, leaving Urán as Sky's leader. Urán placed 5th on stage 14 to maintain 3rd place by a single second to Mauro Santambrogio, but solidified his position on stage 16 as Santambrogio lost over 2 minutes. Urán came 6th in the mountain time trial on stage 18 to reduce the gap to second-placed Cadel Evans to just 12 seconds. On the final summit finish on stage 20, Urán came 3rd behind Nibali and Duarte to leapfrog Evans into second place. He safely negotiated the final stage to finish the Giro 2nd overall, 4 minutes and 43 seconds behind Nibali, to take his first Grand Tour podium. In August 2013, it was announced that Urán would leave Team Sky at the end of the 2013 season, and join Omega Pharma Quick-Step for the 2014 season. Omega Pharma Quick-Step. Urán started his 2014 season with another placing at the Tour of Oman, where he finished 3rd. Though aiming for the Giro d'Italia, he was quiet during the Tour de Romandie, apart from finishing 4th in the penultimate time trial. A week later, he entered the Giro d'Italia leading Omega Pharma Quick-Step. His first week at the Giro started well, where he was placed 2nd behind race leader Cadel Evans. He would put a stunning time trial performance on stage 12, not only taking the stage win, but also taking the race lead. This made him the first Colombian ever to wear the Maglia Rosa. He then managed to keep a large margin of his lead on stages 14 and 15. However, on stage 16, he would lose his race lead to fellow Colombian Nairo Quintana controversially, after thinking the Stelvio descent was neutralized where Quintana went off and attacked. Though his team reacted to this in a negative way, Urán never reacted to it, though he put a solid third place in the stage 19 mountain time trial. His chances of winning neared zero after being 3 minutes behind Quintana at the end of stage 19. Urán finished strong on the Zona Clan, finishing with Quintana and gaining time over the rest of the GC contenders. Despite the controversy on the Stelvio descent, Urán seemed happy enough to finish second in the Giro. After a nice start sitting third overall, Urán slipped in the overall classification of the Vuelta a España, dropping out of contention as he suffered from asthmatic bronchitis. The team hoped Urán's condition would improve during the second rest day, but to no avail. He finally abandoned the race before stage 17. In 2015, after a strong season start with a third overall in Tirreno Adriatico and fifth overall in Volta a Catalunya and Tour de Romandie, he had a discreet Giro, finishing a 14th position. Later that year, Urán won his first World Tour competition in the Grand Prix Cycliste de Quebec. Cannondale Pro Cycling Team. Starting in 2016, Urán joined Team Cannondale. Palmares National Junior Track Championships First Novice Points Race National Junior Track Championships First Junior Points Race First Junior Individual Pursuit First Junior Scratch Race Road Cycling Her Tour General Classification Results Timeline WD equals withdrew In progress equals IP Other major stage races WD equals withdrew